and welcome to Geekology Film Review. I'm David Zabilia.
And I'm Sven Harvey.
And we've just come back from our favourite cinema, that's View over at Star City, from seeing Noah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, our audience are going to want to know why we went to watch Noah, and the fact that I dragged you saying I really want to see Emma Watson. It doesn't come off quite well.
No,
so I'm going to justify that and go, you know what? I'm not the world's biggest Potter fan, but ever since she did The End, I thought anybody can poke that much fun. And, you know, she's done a number of other little films that have put her in quite a good light. And to be fair, she is actually quite a good actress. It's just... she's trained. If you remove the Potter stuff out, where she trained with some fantastic actors and actresses.
I mean, she seriously had some mentors on that set.
Oh yeah, but she's not got that big a body of work behind her. But, you know, I fancied to go see it, and of course Connelly was in it. And, you know, Labyrinth is one of my favourite films. And it just had to be seen. I mean, I still feel kind of bitter about the remake of The Day the Earth Stood Still. Yeah, see, I like the original, and it just So that was primarily for me why I wanted to go see it, because I have to be honest, other than Kevin Smith's Dogma, films of religious elements very rarely actually get my, you know. I mean, okay, there was Constantine, but that was based on Neil Gaiman book anyway, so you know, it takes a lot to get me to see a religious film. What was
a lot to get me to see a religious film?
Well, no. To be fair, you had a couple of reasons you wanted to go see it.
Yes, well, that's true. I mean, it was quite. I was quite surprised when I saw the cast list. To be fair, because you know you got Odin in it, and you got Jarell in it. So I'm like going, really?
Jarell, son of Odin, as well, technically.
Well, no, Jarell's grandson of Odin. So it was like, what? But yes, you had Sir Anthony Hopkins playing Methuselah, and he
was awesome. But you expect him to be awesome.
He has to be awesome. And Russel Crow playing Noah. So you know that was like, okay, we have a Robin Hood dad.
Interesting choice of Ray Winstone as well.
Yeah,
very good.
Apparently, they approached a couple of other actors about that role, but they turned it down, so we won't mention who they are, but they're all like going, no, I'm not doing that.
Well, you know what, I'm not really a fan of his. I was quite excited when there's a few years ago there was a British zombie film called Cockneys vs Zombies, and he was meant to be in it, and I did sort of think at the time, that could actually be really good, and he pulled out. There was something he didn't end up in it. So, okay, so good solid cast. The writing was very good.
Yes, I'll give you that. The writing was actually quite decent.
The special effects were done by ILM. Okay, yep. So
we're not going to be able to knock them.
Yeah. Although I did hear that, you know, all the rain scenes they were controlled with iPads.
Yeah, that's bizarre. And the lighting.
They did the lighting with iPads as well.
Look, I'm using an iPad to control the weather.
Okay, well that's kind of cool.
In a film about God and Noah, something wrong there. Something wrong there.
I thought it was really strange that, because as I said, religious dogma is not my greatest by any means. I do know that from religious elements that normally oppose these types of films, the Church of England were okay with it. Catholicism, as far as I'm aware, Rome were okay about it. And Judaism, nobody seemed to have a real issue with it from the normal bodies that would object. So that's got to be a good thing for it.
I mean, from an Islamic point of view, because it portrayed one of their prophets because under Islam,
they
as a
have
prophet,
very strict
they
rules.
have very strict rules. So that's
that
no.
one's straight out.
So that's not allowed in Islamic countries. So which is fair enough because I believe that's whatever.
And the creationists, of course, are
they
banging
really
their
hated it, didn't they?
But they bang their drum about everything anyway.
Yeah,
so.
but we know why they didn't like it when you watch
well, when you watch it, you can see why. Okay, so from a religious point of view, people seem to be okay about
Generally,
it. From an acting point of view, great people on it.
Yeah.
From a special effects point of view, good writing. All those parts.
Yeah, cinematography's okay, nothing spectacularly new, but
no, nothing really caught my eye.
But it was very. But then again, we've been spoiled with Lord of the Rings.
Actually, you know what? It's funny. There was a lot of mountain shots there that I did.
Very familiar, wasn't it?
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, but it's amazing how all those parts are so good. You put them together, and it didn't work.
I wouldn't say it didn't work per se. I think the director probably got over whatever it was he was trying to say. I mean, me and you did both feel that it had that sort of Battlestar Galactica, or when the hell is this set?
Yeah, because it did. I mean, certain sequences were suggesting that something that keeps happening.
Yeah, there was an element of circularity.
Every so often, this happens and resets the world.
Yeah, to tell you the truth, I just didn't enjoy it. The performances were very good. I'm not going to say that.
The acting was from the main cast was absolutely fantastic.
And the special effects were
great, except for the babies.
Newborn babies aren't that pretty anyway. People always say they're pretty, but they're not pretty. They're really not. You go, oh, a baby, hide that thing! So, it's, that's just me. I'm not a father. You're a father. So you go, oh, cute baby. There you go. So,
but CG babies is just a bit weird.
Yeah, but the animals were really phenomenally well done.
Which is bizarre.
They were, and I love the fact that they had some animals in there we've never seen, which kind of makes sense. Yeah, but it didn't. I didn't enjoy it. And I go to films to enjoy them. So I've got to say, whilst it had all these really wonderful elements to it.
Yeah, it was. I mean, this is the thing: is that to clarify on the writing side of things, there are each individual section there was great writing.
Yes.
But the big plodding pauses, aren't there, where you're just sitting there.
Any minute now. Something will happen any minute now.
I mean, the 40 Days and 40 Nights thing wasn't made clear.
No. But they didn't mention it at all. So.
No, quite. And it was suggested more like it was 9 months. To a degree.
Well, because...
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, actually,
Spoiler.
You should have said spoiler. Yeah, you know what? I didn't clock that at the time, but now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, it was. Yeah. It had to be exactly 9. Well, no, human gestation is 10 months, so it would have been 10 months. From conception to birth is 10 months, dude. I know it blew my mind, but I've been talking to some OBGYNs, and it's 10 months. Seriously, I'm not kidding you. You can Google it. Yeah, it is. It's 10 months from conception to birth.
I won't tell that to all my kids.
Yeah, I know, but it is 10 months. It really, I promise you, dude, you can Google it. Okay, this is going to go on the bloopers after he Googles it. Hold that thought.
Insufficient data.
Insufficient data. That's a great joke. I love that. Right, so, how are we going to score this? Because if we score it on the things that really works for it, on paper this is a great movie, but I was bored.
Doesn't hang together.
I was bored. I really was. And unlike the argument of the ship is going to sink at the end of Titanic, at least watching the film, there was a thing all the way through. I mean, we knew what was going to happen more or less. So
that's the problem.
It's it really is. The thing is, I can't specifically floor. I can't really floor the writing because it was quite well written. It just wasn't my cup of tea. The acting was very good. Can't floor that. And I actually really love the fact that in the scenes where our heroines were not meant to be looking their best, they really didn't.
Yeah.
And it looked real. None of this, we're just going to slap some dirt on you and off you run. There was a couple of scenes where they were really crying and it looked like there'd been proper blood in.
Yeah.
You know, that whole, snot and tears, and they had that perfect. So, from a realism point of view, the film looked really good. It just
leaves you cold.
Yeah, there was nothing to sort of get me particularly interested in it, and it just didn't hold for me, and so I
can't really recommend people seeing it. Yet I would quite happily hand out Oscars to those who were in it, which is
but you get
dichotomy.
No. My dad, God bless him, always said, whenever I went, there's this big film, and he goes, "Has it been nominated for any Oscars?" "Oh, loads." Don't want to bother watching it. Because he said for every 10 films that were nominated for Oscar awards, only one was ever any good. So, it's there is always that argument. On paper, this film should have been major. And I'd hate to think how much that cost to produce, because they've obviously spent some real money on that.
Yeah.
And to be fair, to be fair, the advertising for it's been pretty good. But it just didn't work for me. I'm going to give it a 4. Purely on the basis that I can think of no one I would recommend this film to. My friends who are particularly religious, I don't think they're going to particularly enjoy it, because it's not a particularly enjoyable story. I don't think they're going to gain anything from it.
No.
So I can't recommend it to fans of any of the actors, because whilst they are very good in it, the support mechanism around them just isn't enjoyable.
No, quite. I'm going to have to join you on the 4.
Really?
Maybe stretch it to a 5. No, I'm going to stick with a 4, because it was just... Yeah. I mean, there is a certain element of it, it's actually quite depressing, in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
And it's just not something I would ever watch again.
No. Actually, you see, there's a really good example. I will never see that. I know I will never see that film again.
No, come
on. I will never own it. I will never watch it. If it's on telly, I will definitely flick through to another channel. Well, this is kind of weird, because ordinarily when we do reviews, we review things we like.
Yeah.
So we normally give really good scores, and we don't normally review things we don't like. So
unless it's a massive letdown, something you were looking for.
Yeah, I mean, we did the Cutaway Enterprise, and that was harsh.
And your Voyager.
I didn't hate it. Mind you, I can't say I hate this film. It's just not someone.
It just doesn't ring any bells, does it? It just doesn't. Yeah.
Well, I think that's about it from Geekology. We're just gonna give it a 4. If any of you go out to see this, let us know what you think. If you disagree with us, then please contact us, because we'd really like to know what your thoughts on that. If you did agree with us, you know what? It's fine. Don't need to post anything, because we're quite happy with how. But if you disagree with us, by all means, leave us a message. We'll happily read through it, and we will answer any of them as well as we answer all our other mail. That's it for tonight. You can subscribe to us here on YouTube. You can follow us on both Facebook and Twitter, and of course there is the official Geekology website.
Absolutely.
Thank you and good night.
Bye.
At the movies, I think we ought to start calling them.
Yes.
You happy with that?
Yeah, that's what we called them.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, I'll call it Geekology at the cinema.
No, I mean, we should put it into the thing.
Yeah, probably. But don't use movies, because that's American.
I don't use that cinema.
the correct term, as long as you don't call it movie theatres, otherwise I will slap you one.
Movie review, Geekology movie review.
Film review.
Film review, okay.
Movie, for fuck's sake.
3, 2. Good evening and welcome to Geekology. I'm David Zaboo.
And I'm Sven Harvey.
And I didn't put in movie review. Film review. 3,